I am delighted to be joined by Narmada today. Thank you for joining us, Narmada. You
Pleasure's
are
all mine.
you are presenting one of our masterclasses in 2026, and your topic is how to overcome resistance. So please do start by telling us a little bit more about yourself and your presentation.
All right. So thank you, Karen. I think it's a pleasure for me to be here today and talk to you again. I'm a psychologist, NLP master trainer and coach, and I've been in this field for the last 20 years, I think. Yeah. And I've
Never told you
also
now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've also been a part of the HR fraternity for the first decade of my working life, where I've worked as an HR professional. And I think overall, whenever I look at my life, I think one thing that has been true of me personally is resistance. And for me, it's been a topic that's very close to my heart because I think a lot of my life was based, or my reactions were based out of my resistance. And that's when I started taking a closer look at myself, I said, wow, I never realized I had so much of it. On
Mm,
the plus side of it, it's actually a great thing because if you have good resistance, you can resist sweets, you can resist bad habits, you can resist things that are not good for you. That's the
yeah.
good side of it. But then if you have resistance, you can't float, you can't accept, you can't do a lot of things that you would have otherwise done if you didn't have that resistance. And for me, this light bulb moment happened when I was, I think, in one of my programs and we were learning how to float in the sea. And Arul Subramaniam, my mentor, he was trying to teach me how to float, and I was petrified of water. And when he was trying to teach me to float, I was like, this. And he said just one thing. He said, Narmada, trust. The minute he said trust, for me, I'm someone who believes that I have a great capacity to trust. So when he said trust that day, it just struck me, I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting the ocean. I'm not trusting life. And the minute I heard that, I just let loose and I floated.
Wow.
That was a big deal for me because I had this huge phobia for water because I was drowning in the floods of Bombay in 2005. For about 6 hours, I was in, head deep waters almost. I was walking on my toes to keep my nose above the water. And after that, if I saw water, heavy rain, anything, I mean, I would just flip. But that day, that one word made that difference. And from then on, every single time I find myself stiff about something, and I'm like, that's exactly what it is. You're not trusting the process there. And most of my life's miseries were caused by my resistance rather than
Yeah.
the situation in itself. And that's where this topic is very close to my heart. And when I saw, the NLP presenters invitation, I thought that's something that I would definitely love to take forward to a larger audience because my life has significantly changed because of that. And of course, there's still a lot more to go always, but I would love for others also to have some access to some of these beautiful tips and tools to help themselves.
Just hearing you talking makes me sort of suddenly become more aware of hmm, where maybe there are areas of my life that I experience something similar. Although I can float, I have to say, I can float. So, what is? I mean, apart from the fact that you're a new presenter for one of our masterclasses, which is fantastic in itself. So, what else is fresh, innovative, and new that delegates can expect from your masterclass?
I think one of the things that would be new for them is, like you said, a lot of times resistance, or actually pretty much all the time, resistance is unconscious.
Yes.
None of us even know what and how much resistance we have unless we actually get to it. In
Mm,
fact, our resistance is so high that when we are upset with life or something, we actually think the problem is with somebody or something in the environment.
yeah.
We don't actually stop to think that what's my resistance levels about this.
Yes.
So here you're going to understand, first of all, how to spot resistance. Whether it is procrastination, eating right, exercising, or any of those things that you do for yourself or you don't do for yourself, there is a lot that is behind. And the funny part of it is you have an idea about yourself, right? If I ask you, who are you? You have an idea. I have an idea about myself. We don't realize that how frequently this idea of myself is the one that invokes the maximum amount of resistance.
Right. Yes.
And that's a discovery in itself.
I was going to say there's something to think about. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one of the key things that one would take away from because how is that idea of you helping you, how is that idea of you hindering you as well?
Yes.
And we wouldn't know this because this is like the shadow that's behind. I can't see it as clearly.
Yes.
I have to help myself see that, or I'll need somebody else's help to see that too. So that's what we're going to be doing a little more of.
Ooh, this is sounding very interesting. So what top tip would you give to delegates attending your masterclass?
Right. So the one thing, they're going to identify what is resistance, and the next thing, they're going to get 5 easy tips on how to help themselves through resistance.
Right.
So it's going to be broken down. The problem with us is the minute we think that something is wrong or something is bad or something is not the way it is supposed to be, the first thing that we try to do is try to change it.
Yes.
But there's a problem with it. If you try changing things without actually understanding it, there's a problem. So let's say, for example, let's say I eat sweets and people say, oh, sweets are not good for you. If you're above this age, this is so not good for you. I say, oh, it's not good for me. I need to stop it. But there is a part of me that has grown attached to the sweets.
Yes.
There is a part of me that doesn't want to eat. There is a part of me that is so attached that I can't leave. Like
Yes.
the saying goes, some things you can't live with them, you can't live without them.
Yes.
Now I want to change it. So eventually, what is it that I'm doing? I'm simply developing a resistance by this inner battle between this side of me and this side of me.
Yeah.
That battle is affecting my immune system, my muscles. I start developing aches and pains. It manifests, resistance manifests in your life in so many different ways. You'll be shocked to hear the kind of impact that resistance has on your entire well being itself.
Mm.
So you're going to learn the different types of resistance, the impact of resistance on you, and also not simply go about changing the minute you figure something is not good. Hold and
Mm.
then find that process of how you can move yourself graciously towards that, rather than get into an internal conflict which worsens the resistance a lot more sometimes.
Yes.
And forget the resistance, there's a part of me that becomes out of peace with my own self. That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yes.
Right? So,
I'm
yeah.
thinking the chocolate manufacturers may not appreciate me attending this masterclass.
Maybe you'll find a way which is a win for them, win for you, and win for us. Who knows?
Yes, exactly. I look forward to discovering that very soon.
Right.
So, Narmada, what inspired you to want to present one of the masterclasses?
From the first time I joined ANLP, I've been getting, this was many years back, I don't remember, 2014, 2015, I
Mm.
don't quite remember, but I've been seeing mails on, ANLP, the annual workshops and the presenters, the conferences and all of that. And I've been intrigued, and I saw my trainer, I've been trained by Sue Knight, and I've seen her get the award. I think it was last year or the year before that.
That
I
was a while ago. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I saw
Like,
that. I was
yes,
like,
soon.
wow, that's nice. Because I've seen her work and I can relate to what I still remember. There was one thing that she said during my master practitioner training to me. I was resisting something. I think the belief, if you spot it, you got it. I had a resistance to accepting that. And then Sue came and she just looked at me and she asked one tiny question that challenged my entire existence in that 1 second. I can never forget that moment and the shift that it created in my mind thereof. That's the kind of impact that's there. And so when I see her presenting, when I see the impact that she can create, it's always inspiring to see how you can actually reach out beyond what you're actually currently doing. And I think you guys are doing such a fantastic job of bringing the NLP community together. I'm always proud to be a part of ANLP UK. So I think it's a blessing for me to be a part of it and to also, meet a lot of new people, test myself in different terrains. I think it's also great to see all of that.
Thank you. That's wonderful. So, just to remind those watching, Narmada Rao is presenting one of the masterclasses in 2026 on the 6th of May, Wednesday, the 6th of May, 2026 at 1600 hours, and that will be BST because we'll be in the summer. And the topic is how to overcome resistance. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. The chocolate manufacturers may not be, but we will look for a win-win. So thank you so much for your time, Narmada, and very much looking forward to your masterclass in.
Thank you so much for accepting the proposal, Karen. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
You're very welcome.